Welcome back to the channel. I'm Eric with the Vista Group at Real Broker, and here we are in North Alabama. Today we're going to go over a detailed look of the Brookhill Cottages in Athens, Alabama. It's a development by Murphy Homes. So this video is going to go over everything you need to know about the neighborhood, its location, the builder, floor plans offered in the neighborhood, and the new homes that are still currently available as we speak or as we film this video. So let's start with the location. Brookhill Cottages is located just off Highway 72. Really, it's south of Highway 72. So it gives you an incredible access to all of Athens, Huntsville, the Arsenal. And so you can be on I-65 headed north up towards Nashville or down to Birmingham in a matter of like 5 minutes. It's really easy access. So that's awesome. You've got obviously, downtown Athens is just within a couple minutes. Huntsville, Madison, you can be in about 20. The Mazda Toyota manufacturing plant is about 15 minutes away from the neighborhood. And then you've got Walmart, Publix, other restaurants and shopping really close by as well. Also, I will say that the Athens Buc-ee's feels like it's right around the corner, so much so that it could easily be your preferred gas station if you wanted to be. Plus, you can go in and buy yourself some of the best gummy bears and candy you want. The rest of their food's good too, but I just really like candy. But anyways, I digress. Let's talk about the builder. Brookhill Cottages is built by Murphy Homes, which is actually a family-owned builder, and they're based out of Madison, so they are very local, having been in operation since 1976. They state that they stand out for their high-quality construction, their strong customer service, customizable design options, and thoughtful floor plans. They also choose to include specific energy-efficient features that many of their competitors don't. In their brochure, they mentioned 5 different floor plans that have several different elevations, so there's a few changes between all of them. That being said, square footage ranges between mid 2000s, so 2,500 square feet, all the way up to 4,500 square feet. So lots of variation there, and they do allow for a couple customizable options throughout the process, especially if you're starting with them from picking the actual lot and then picking the floor plan you want, etc. So there are options for customization. Features that they state they include some of the biggest selling points about Murphy Homes is the amount of value they include standard. Now, that includes General Electric stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, tile backsplashes, you got Delta pull-down faucets, you've got slightly higher vanities in the bathrooms, also still granite countertops by standard, and they say that there's a luxurious 7-foot tile shower with a full height hinged glass door, and you'll actually see that in the video that we have. They also include crown molding in several of the rooms, full window and door casings, and their signature cubby, which is included in every home. All their homes are brick veneer construction. You've got covered porches. They do Bermuda sod, and they have low E windows, which helps with your energy efficiency, of course. So then let's talk about what is actually currently available. Right now, there are 4 homes showing active on the market. That is 13984 Poplar Brook Road. So you see the 4 that are here. Now, this actually is, or was, the model. They're not using it as the model anymore. So you'll see that this one's furnished. It's 3,309 square feet, a 5-bed, 4-bath. So for $489,675, this home, especially with it being furnished like this, in the imagery, it looks fantastic. We did walk this when we went out there. It's really nice. You can definitely tell that they have a couple elevated finishes because this was being used as the model. So you get that glass pantry door here. I like that backsplash they chose. It really fit in nicely. It's a gas stove, which is really sweet. You don't always get gas in new construction, so it's hit or miss depending on the community you're looking at. This is that cubby that they do for the drop zone out near the garage, and they did a nice tile floor here. Let me see if I can zoom in, maybe that way allow you to take a better look at this. See that back floor right there. And then, so there's a couple of the finishes there. This is the first home right at the entrance of the neighborhood, off to the left. We've got then 19939, excuse me, 19939 Cherrybrook Road, which this is the home we did do a full walkthrough of. So definitely take a peek at the other video. I'll include the link here, or in the description. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It has 2,100 square feet, just shy of 2,200 square feet. You can see that they have a floor plan, and they also do a full 3D tour. But we did a walkthrough, so feel free to take a peek at that. It is nice. It's very similar. You can see to the other home, the other model home. It just doesn't have that second story, so that's the difference in the square footage. The first home that was used as the model home had an upstairs. Let's see. Yeah, it had an upstairs second story, like open space that can be used for an additional living area or entertaining. So the one we did the video walkthrough didn't have that upstairs. But other than that, I mean, you'll see very similar on the first floor, pretty much identical. They did not go with that glass pantry door. See, that was one of the upgrades that I'm actually blocking it. One of the upgrades that they did in that model home as well. So there's a difference there. Obviously square footage difference, as well as a price point difference, because you see this one is listed at $322,480. And then you have, let's go to the next one, 19943 Pebblebrook Road. Now, this is a 2-story, 5-bed, 4-bath, 4,415 square feet. We also did a full walkthrough of that, so keep an eye out for the link that I'll include as well. This house was really nice. I enjoyed doing the walkthrough here. I do have to say that they have a couple extra little touches. As I walk through the houses, I noticed there's a couple little things that, some of the other competitors or builders don't necessarily include. You will see that they have the crown molding as well. They didn't finish out the closet, but that's pretty typical, and it makes for a good project that you can add some value into your new home when you have the opportunity to go through and do that. You see their glass enclosure in the shower, and it still has a separate tub. Here's the stairs I mentioned. That's my dog, so I apologize. So you can take a better look at this house in our separate video that we did a full video walkthrough. And then lastly, the one they have also currently available is 19930 Pebblebrook Lane. So they were still working on... Pause. The other house that is currently active is 19930 Pebblebrook Lane, and this one was still getting worked on when we went by. There were active workers in there at the time, so we didn't want to go and interrupt. But from the pictures, I thought it was also really nice. Look at the little extra detail. I mean, they hold true to what they say in the brochure, right? There are a few little extra thought out design touches in their homes, at least the ones that we've all been into, as opposed to what you get from like the default new construction builder grade. I'll say that builder grade home. So it's nice to see a couple little extra design touches. This is just a really open floor plan. It seems like. When they finish it up and it's all clean, I'll go back and do a walkthrough of this one so we can share it. But again, you got shower and tub separation there. This one is listed for $455,220. At a 5-bed, again, 4-bath, 3,404 square feet. So it is, again, a 2-story, different floor plan and layout than the other 3 we looked at, or that are currently active. So it's nice to see variation as well. The one thing I will say about some of the other builders are that occasionally you don't have enough variation in the neighborhood, so you just see a lot of the same. It didn't necessarily feel that way when we walked through this neighborhood. It's nice to see some variation, like I said, throughout design, colors, and even just the exterior elevation or facade design. So that's what's currently available, and these are by Murphy Real Estate, Murphy Homes. And so let's talk a little bit about the neighborhood. They're all pretty much cottage style. It's really warm. It felt like, it's a small community neighborhood, but there is a lot of new construction nearby, and still some ongoing, of course, because the neighborhood is still growing, and there's a few lots that you can still pick from as we move forward. But overall, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. We saw a few families with kids rolling around, so that's nice to see. And so, who's this neighborhood great for? I'd say that if you are commuting into downtown Huntsville, that's not a bad option. You're only about 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. The Redstone Arsenals are pretty convenient as well. If you're a family, you need those, more bedrooms. So you need that 3, 4, 5 bedroom options. This could be a great neighborhood for you to look at and keep into consideration. If you're early enough in and picking a lot and then picking the floor plan and doing all that, they do have options. So that's kind of a nice little add-on as well. So if you're looking into new construction homes, if you're making that move from the DMV to Colorado for somewhere else to North Alabama, and you're looking at homes throughout Decatur, Athens, Madison, Huntsville downtown actually, or even a little further out, give us a call. We are happy to walk you through that process. Both Kyle and I, although Kyle grew up here for a few years, I know we're both relocated to North Alabama in the recent years. So we've gone through the process for you, in essence. Give us a call. We'll tell you everything that we know in regards to what's available, what incentives are available. There's a lot in that process, especially with the amount of new construction going on in the area. Of course, resale homes are also an option. So if there is just a house that you're even considering, give us a call. We've dealt with a lot of relocation, both military and just families that decided to make that change in their lifestyle and come to North Alabama. So we do have a process, and we're happy to do it or go through it with you and help you make that change and come join us in North Alabama. So give us a call. 256-262-7865 is my direct number. I'll include all of our contact information in the description below.